Do we know what the number is of how many NFL players have won 2 Super Bowls in a row with different teams? Is there a number on that?
4. Am I correct?
4 players have done that.
Well, now 5 with our next guest.
With Brandon Brown. Let's bring in Brandon Brown, our Patriots cornerback, joining us here on the Dan Patrick Show. Brandon, were you aware of that number?
Not exactly. I knew Ken Norton was one. I don't know of the other few.
You couldn't play in last year's Super Bowl. Fair to say that this one's a little sweeter?
Yeah, most definitely. They're both sweet, but playing in the game itself, there's nothing like it.
Where'd you watch last year's Super Bowl?
Back home with some family members.
Was it easy to watch, tough to watch?
It was very tough to watch. Watching the guys that you worked so hard in all season for, and the guys you've grown a bond with, watch them play without you, it was tough for me.
Could you get through the whole game?
I had to go watch it by myself. I couldn't get through it, watch it with my family, celebrating, some joy which I should have been given them by playing in the game.
When you're watching the game, are you actively shouting at the TV? Are you trying to read coverages? How are you interacting with your television?
That's exactly how I was. I wasn't saying too much, but in my head I was, going over coverages as if I was out there on the field.
Obviously, your history with
how I would play, certain plays or whatnot.
Obviously, your history with Seattle, I would imagine that was helpful for your team in preparing for this particular game. How much did the coaching staff kind of pick your brain and ask you about certain tendencies Seattle had going into this game?
All throughout the week, we look for all the little advantages that we can get in this game. We all knew the magnitude, the outcome of the Super Bowl is big, so, we try to get advantages as much as possible. And I try to help them as much as I could, things I remember, from playing in that organization for the 3 years that I was there. So I think it was beneficial.
Give me an example. What's something that you helped your team prepare for with your knowledge of your previous team that you think helped them on Super Bowl Sunday?
I can speak for defensive backs, just some of the guys' tendencies, and it's obvious what they play over there. They play a lot of cover 3. They decided about, showing a man-to-man look, so that wasn't hard for Tom and Bill to pick up on. But, I just let them know some of the guys' tendencies and how they play some of their coverages, what leverage they like to hold, in certain situations, what they're thinking in certain situations.
Brandon, what's the biggest difference between Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll?
One guy's got a young spirit, always up. Bill Belichick's old school, hard-nosed football coach. And both very similar in their football IQs, though. It seems like when I'm talking to one, I'm talking to the other when it comes to talking about the game of football.
What are the biggest differences between playing with Richard Sherman and with Darrelle Revis?
Not too much of a difference. Both very highly competitive. Both very good at what they do. It's not too big of a difference. I'm playing with 2 elite football players. I've been privileged to play alongside 2 good football players, and Richard and Darrelle.
We asked Rob Ninkovich yesterday who had the best time at the parade, and he said Gronk. Do you agree?
Gronk always seems to have fun, and whatever it is he does, he just seems that way.
Now, it looks like the duck boats were separated by positions. If you had to pick 3 players to be on your duck boat, whoever you want off of your team, who would you pick?
I'd probably say Gronk, Julian Edelman, and maybe the Garrett Blunt.
That is a lot of personality in a duck boat there. Wow.
Talking to Brandon Brown, our Patriots cornerback here on the Dan Patrick Show. Brandon, take me through that final minute and a half of the Super Bowl. You guys have Marshawn Lynch rushing the ball to the 1. Are you looking at the sideline expecting a timeout?
No, not really. We were ready for whatever, was going to happen. We trust in our defense coordinator and, it's a play calling. So whatever they do on the field, we're going to be ready for it.
How were you guys set up? Were you expecting a pass on that play, or were you like everybody else and believing that they were going to hand the ball off to Marshawn?
I thought like everybody else that they were running, but the personnel was set up for pass, so we had 3 cornerbacks on the field ready for a pass if they did, which they wind up doing anyway, passing the ball. So, on the 1 yard line, you'd think they would turn around and hand the ball off to the best back in the game. But, fortunately they didn't.
No, they didn't. Now you have another Super Bowl ring on the way. What do you do with the first one? Where do you have it? Do you ever wear it? Where's that ring?
I put it away with my CFL ring. They're just locked up in the stores. I don't think the rings are supposed to be worn. Not now while I'm playing, I guess. I just want to keep collecting and putting them away. When it's all said and done with, I'll have something to look at, show my kids and things of that nature.
How long do you get to enjoy this?
I'm already thinking about, getting back on track for next season. It just happened so fast. I've been waking up at 7 o'clock every day, still feeling like I need to go to work. I'm just ready to, relax for a little bit, get my body back right. But, we got a good football team here, and I got a good feeling about this team. So I just want to do the right things this offseason, stay healthy, come back in, somewhat the best shape, that way we can, do what we did this past season.
How long does Bill Belichick let you enjoy this? Has he given you like a timeline? Has he said like, all right, guys, you got a week, and then let's come back for off-season workouts?
Not really. He did a lot of that going on through the season, letting it be known, all the trips we're taking are business trips. We got the whole off season and, party and do whatever it is. So he's pretty much been cool as far as, since this game been done, we've pretty much been done as far as, work. Guys are looking forward to getting away for a little bit, but, we got a good football team. I think once we're locked in and here, for OTAs and minicamp, we'll be here. But, since it's off season, guys should enjoy it.
I'll get you out of here with this, Brandon. The guy opposite you, Darrelle Revis, some questions about whether he'll be back. Will the Patriots re-sign him to a long-term deal? Will they pick up the option? If he winds up hitting free agency, what do you say to him? How do you get him to come back?
I think championship speaks a lot. The opportunity, we got the recipe. We did it with you. The bond you've met with guys on this team, going to another team, you have to reestablish yourself in your role. Which you've already established yourself. We won a championship. Why not? I understand the difference of a few millions of dollars, but I think he can always get that money back and memories, with winning championships.
Does a championship make it more likely, I'm asking you your own personal opinion, but does it make you more likely to leave a little money on the table to come back to a team that is going to be there to compete at the end?
Yeah, most definitely. Because that's what we play the game for, championships. It leaves your legacy, leaves a mark on the game. They can never take, 2015 championship away from the New England Patriots. So, that's a big part of it.
Good to visit with you, Brandon. Appreciate the time. And
congrats.
Try to enjoy it a little bit this offseason before they make you come back in.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Brandon Browner.